This is the part 2 and the conclusion of the story titled Husband Passworded His Mobile Phone in Marriage. In the part 1 of this story, we saw how secretive Mr. Victor, the husband to Mrs. Annabel, became with his mobile phone to the extent that his wife could not near or touch his mobile phone. We saw him rush out from the bathroom to pick his phone that was ringing before his wife could reach the phone. We also saw how he has refused his wife to touch his mobile phone even when she wanted to make a phone call. Without being told, this kind of behavior was enough proof that Mr. Victor was keeping a woman outside his home, or that he has a secret he was keeping away from his wife. In this part 2, she started by making call to her friend, complaining to her about her husband's behavior. She told her friend what she did that she has never told anybody before. She did that immediately after their wedding. After their wedding, she was with her husband in their room feeling happy as they watched pictures of their wedding event. After some time, something happened. Annabel brought out her mobile phone SIM card and handed it over to Mr. Victor, her husband. Mr. Victor asked to know why she was giving him a mobile phone SIM card. She told him that when she was single, she was using it, but now that she is married, she wouldn't want to continue using the same SIM card. The husband asked to know why such decision. She told him that the SIM card will keep her connected to her male friends that will not seek to disturb her even in marriage, and some girlfriends that are unfriendly friends. She asked the husband, Mr. Victor, to get her another SIM card himself. Mr. Victor was short of words. He felt afresh that he has found his true missing rib. She continued by telling her friend that she did what she did to avoid distraction in her marriage and to give no room for any kind of doubt from her husband. She said that she has been honest and faithful, but her husband has become opposite of that, to the extent that he hides his mobile phone under his pillow at night while sleeping. She has been disturbed over this act from her husband and didn't know whom to complain to. She also didn't know exactly how to handle it so that it will not cause trouble in her marriage or between her and her husband. As she was talking with her friend told her to be strong and don't consider changing from being a good woman she has been. She told her that no matter the issue, she should always show good example, that one day the truth will come out and the devil will be shamed that day. She encouraged her to pray and stand strong in faith. One day she was leaving for the market. She left her phone behind and her husband brought the phone for her. He told her that she forgot her phone. She said no, that she left the phone herself. She said that she has no use for it in the market and asked her husband to answer any caller and tell the caller that she went to the market. Another day came when Annabel's phone was ringing inside while she was outside. That moment, her husband, Mr. Victor, was close to the phone. He picked the phone and went to give his wife her phone to answer. Annabel was by the window cleaning her gas cylinder when the husband called her attention through the window to tell her that her phone was ringing. She looked at him and told him to answer the call for her and tell the person that she was busy, that she would call back. But if the message was urgent, the caller should drop the message with her husband. The husband was surprised the way his wife allowed him to answer her call despite how he has been treating her whenever she comes close to his phone. He picked the call and spoke with the caller, after which he moved back to the bed to sit. Just like Annabel's friend told her on the phone that one day the truth will come out. Today, Annabel came into the bedroom and found her husband's phone ringing, but the husband was not around. She came into the room unexpectedly and unknowingly to her husband. At first, she never wanted to pick the call. She looked around for the husband to answer his call, but he was not in the room. She checked the toilet and the kitchen, but he was not there. The call was about to cut. She had to pick it just to tell the person to call back that her husband was not around, or that the person should hold on so that she can take the phone to her husband outside. After that, she moved outside with the phone looking for her husband to answer the caller. She came outside and saw the husband immediately and handed the phone over to him. He collected the phone to answer. The caller was shouting and cut the call after that. But before the caller cut the phone, Mr. Victor was defending himself that he is not married, that the person that picked the call was his sister, not his wife. When the caller cut the call, Mr. Victor started shouting at his wife, saying that she has closed the family income by picking that call. The wife was mad over the situation. She did not believe that her husband could deny her before another woman. She did not believe what she heard when her husband called her his sister instead of his wife. She lamented that she did not know that she has been wasting her time and life with a man who is not seeing her as his wife but his sister. She became angry and left. Mr. Victor tried calling the number, but the caller has blocked his number from reaching her. Annabel got fed up with the whole thing. She has decided to pack and go. She has been waiting to have a clear evidence to back up her claim. Now she is saying that her husband has another woman out there and he has been seeing her as his his sister, not his wife. She started packing her clothes. The husband rushed in, talking to her. He told her that the caller was the owner of where he was working. He started confessing that the woman has been the one taking care of him and his family before he secretly got married to Annabel. The woman was not aware of the marriage. He intended telling her, but not this way. The woman had a plan of marrying Mr. Victor, but he did not want to marry her. All he wanted was her money and the job. He told her that he has everything planned out well, but now all his plan has gone down the drain because of that single phone call she answered. Annabel became mad over the whole explanation. She asked him if both of them have been sleeping together. He didn't answer that. She was mad to know that her husband has been sleeping with another woman just to pay their bills. She told him that she has the opportunity more than him, but she has vowed that no other man will touch her except her husband. She told him that one phone call to a man can change his destiny forever, but that is satanic and a threat to the love they share. After that, she wanted to leave, but the husband held her back. He held her back and begged her to hear him out and help him out of that situation. Annabel resisted, but she loved her husband. She had to calm down when she had him beg for her help to come out of that situation. Mr. Victor was so ashamed of himself. This is what he got himself into before his marriage, but to come out of it was difficult for him. The woman decided to divorce her husband once he accepted to marry her, but Victor found it difficult to accept such. He didn't turn down the offer, but he kept giving her excuses and false hope simply because of what he has been getting from her. But today everything has ended. He will never get anything from the woman again, and of course he will never return to that office ever again. He was so ashamed of himself to say such before his wife. Thank God for the kind of woman he has as a wife. He consoled him. Always remember this: at times in our lives we helplessly depend on people, which gives us no room to see what we carry inside. It happens to men and women. We depend on sugar mummies and sugar daddies and boyfriends and girlfriends, refusing to take a walk away to that environment where we can actually hear ourselves speak to us about the reality of powers and potentials that lies inactive within us. Such dependable life can never allow us to activate our potentials. Such lifestyles never allow us to understand that we were created in image and likeness of God, and in such image and likeness, the ability of dominion over the universe and the works of the devil is given to men. And with such dominion comes the position of kingship and priesthood. And in such position of kings and priests, destinies are defined. And when destiny finds its definition, life gives no room for such low esteem in destiny. Thank God Mr. Victor did not lose his wife because of such dependable life. Please join us to preach this good news by sharing this video, and see you next Friday. Support House of the Sons Global and remain blessed. Thank you. This is House of the Sons Global.